Hey there, it's Jared Hamilton with the Hamilton Group at Cherry Creek Mortgage. Welcome to another edition of Java with Jared. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Well, last week I told you that both stocks and mortgage-backed securities were trading and have been trading for the last 2 weeks in a really tight trading range. It got tighter and tighter and tighter. There was not a lot of volatility. And like a spring being wound really tight, when trading ranges are really tight for a while, they're going to act like a spring that bounces one way or the other, either positive or negatively. And when that happens, we can see some volatility. And I was saying that the markets were getting ready to bust a move, either higher or lower. And that happened this week. And it didn't happen because of economic data. It happened because of what was going on in Europe. Italy's going through, or will be going through, an election. And the current president showed in the polls that he was trailing two other individuals who they're not for austerity. They are kind of clowns, and they're all for just debt, debt, debt. Current president is for austerity, which would help get Europe under control. And because he was declining in the polls, markets showed massive concern over that. The euro got hammered. The dollar did better. Money flew from Europe over to the United States economies. And the primary benefactor of that was the mortgage-backed security market. So interest rates improved in a pretty big way. Mortgage-backed security market increased about 60 basis points on Monday. So it was a really big movement. They did bust a move. So interest rates improved this week. And in celebration of that, I'm having a little Italian roast coffee. Tasty to celebrate Italy's issues helping us. So this was a good week for people to take advantage of a little bit of a positive pop in interest rates. Here's what happened with the economic data. Now, there was a lot of strength in the housing sector, which we see each and every day. First big piece of information was the Case-Shiller 20-City Index showed an increase of 6.8% on the year-over-year moving average. So it was a huge increase. 19 of 20 cities showed increases, some of them double digits. The only city that did not show an increase is New York, and that's because of all the foreclosure takes a lot longer there, and so they're still working through some of those foreclosure issues. We also saw new home sales, and those showed an increase of 437,000 units. That was a 15.6% increase. That was higher than in the expectations of 385,000 and better than the 378,000 last month. We also saw pending home sales, and that showed an increase of 4.5% versus the 1% expectation. So that showed a real positive movement. So we've seen what's going on here in the Denver metro area in terms of the housing market, and that's showing strength all throughout the economy. That is a bright spot. We saw durable goods come in, and that was less than expectations. That came in down 5.2%. And today, Thursday, we saw the GDP show an increase of only 0.1%, which is pretty tepid. Last month, it actually showed a decrease of 0.1%. So GDP is pretty darn flat. So other than housing, the economy really isn't showing any massive signs of strength. So that's what's happening with mortgage-backed securities and what happened with interest rates. Again, we saw some positive movement. I'm telling my clients now is a great time to take advantage of a little bit of positive movement here. We're still going to see a lot of volatility. So it's best to take the money and run when we have these little blips, because I think in the long term we're probably looking for a little bit of a deterioration of interest rates. But we're going to see good days and we're going to see bad days. This week was a pretty good week for interest rates, so tell our clients to take advantage of that. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Oh, this is coming to you a little bit early. This is on Thursday. My marketing person is out tomorrow. I don't know how to send this out, so it's coming to you a little bit early. So next week I'm going to be telling you what happened with tomorrow, Friday's personal consumptions expenditures. That's the Fed's favorite gauge on inflation. Also, next Friday, we see the jobs report come out, so that's also a big market mover, so I'll let you know what happened with those. Hope you guys have a fantastic week. If you ever have any questions, please give me a call. Thanks for joining me with Java with Jared, and we'll talk to you soon, all right? Bye-bye.